Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is early. It is already 100 degrees. The air is on blast. I want you all to know. Okay, Miss Aurorah is about to get ready to face this day. But first, we're going to get into this private equity for non-accredited investors. You all blew up the email after we did the Masterworks review. And I thank you for emailing. Please continue to do so at info@AurorahDayConsulting.com. Okay, so you all were saying you love the whole concept of the founder who securitized all the art and gave everyone, and it's giving everyone the opportunity to invest in art, okay, with a minimum investment. You don't have to be a millionaire to invest on Masterworks, right? So you're saying, what else is out there? All right. Miss Aurorah found Yieldstreet. I started looking all over Yieldstreet. I like their products. I think that you will like them as well. And I want all of the secured entrepreneurs to comment below to let us know whether you're going to connect with Yieldstreet, whether you're going to start your accounts with Yieldstreet. What are your thoughts? Okay, so let's get into it. For those of you who do not know who I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. All right, now, secured entrepreneurs, here we are on Yieldstreet. Okay, let's get into it. How the Yieldstreet platform works. Our streamlined platform combines the best of potential returns with the best of tech. Discover why investors choose Yieldstreet. We're going to get into their products. Their products are amazing. Okay, it's just very, we're going to see. Okay, Yieldstreet unlocks access to private markets. The art of private investing is what we do. Before Yieldstreet, unnecessary barriers prevented most investors from accessing private markets. We've knocked the barriers down and have streamlined the investment process for quick and easy use. Okay, so here's the vetted opportunities. They're saying we analyze billions of dollars worth of deals on your behalf. Since inception, we've reviewed over 34 billion in deal volume and closed over 3.1 billion. Close rate by dollar value of deals since inception is 9.29%. And here's a disclaimer. Please note, closed deal flow here does not include short-term notes or Prism platform pre-fundings as of April 4th, 2022. Okay, that's a real update. Okay, we appreciate that. Okay, so here's the process, secured entrepreneurs. From the market to your portfolio, here's how it all begins. Only a handful of opportunities ever make it onto our platform. Discover the steps an offering must go through to reach Yieldstreet investors and what happens once it's part of your portfolio. Let's hear this. So number one is the origination. Offerings are passed through a rigorous screening process. Yieldstreet develops partnerships with originators through a stringent screening process. The Yieldstreet investment process takes a long-term view, looking for partners whom Yieldstreet and our investors can grow with beyond any given opportunity. Okay, let's talk about your due diligence. Next up, Yieldstreet's internal due diligence review. The investment team conducts their review and analysis of the investment opportunity. If you guys take a look at the photographs of their team, all these posers, you would cry laughing. Okay. And if the team is comfortable with the opportunity, it will then go through the investment committees. During committee review, experienced investment professionals unassociated with the opportunity provide a fresh perspective and challenge the investment team's thesis, hoping to identify any potential risks. Okay. And then number three, investment. Investors decide based on the needs of their portfolio. How much do we love that? We have a choice, okay? Once an investment opportunity has made it to the Yieldstreet platform, it still is subject to what we consider the most important vetting stage, our investors' own decisions, okay? Yieldstreet is ultimately all about empowering investors to exercise their own judgment based on their own investment philosophies and educated by the great wealth of information available to all of us. Just because we are comfortable offering a deal on the platform does not mean it is the right deal for any particular investor. How much do we love that? Okay, now they're going to show us some offerings. So here we go. Real Estate Opportunity Fund 2. The objective is income, the focus is real estate, and the minimum investment is $25,000. Okay, that's already sounding great. That's already sounding doable. Okay, how much do we love that? Charlotte Multifamily Equity 1. Objective is growth, focus, real estate, minimum investment, $15,000. Okay, secured entrepreneurs. Who's going to come to Yieldstreet and start researching what Yieldstreet is all about? Secured entrepreneurs. Who's already investing with Yieldstreet? Because for a non-accredited investor, I would say $25,000 to get in on something that's going to begin to pay you some serious dividends, right? You know, we like to use that word, but it's going to pay you some serious money. All right. And $15,000, I would say that's doable already. All right, we got a Scottsdale resort financing. The objective is income. The focus is real estate, and the minimum investment is $10,000. You can't beat that. I would say it's time to really start investigating how it is you can get in on these types of private equity investments for such a low amount as it relates to the minimum investment, okay? So then number 4 is the performance. Track and monitor your alternative portfolio. Typically, prior to the end of an investment's term, performance will be reported to investors along the way. For debt instruments, interest payments are often paid out on a monthly or quarterly basis, and for certain equity deals, income payments may also be made. How much do we love that? How much do we love that? So it's all happening the right way. Behind the scenes, Yieldstreet's portfolio and risk management team constantly monitors the investments and identifies any performance that has changed from initial underwriting. Ooh, income. How much do we love that? Okay, repayment and maturity. Get more returns on your returns. Whether a debt deal is maturing and the borrower is paying back principal, or a commercial real estate property was just sold for a gain, after a successful investment, your original principal and any associated gains will be returned to your Yieldstreet wallet. But don't let your money stay idle. One of the most important aspects to outperforming public markets is to keep your money invested and not to let it sit in cash. Consider investing in your next opportunity on Yieldstreet. Okay, well, heck, if everything goes well, why wouldn't you? Okay, who knows? Okay, and then they have something here, track your performance over time. So they're showing you the cash distributions. Our app gives your, okay, there's a typo there. So it's supposed to say our app gives you the comfort of monitoring your portfolio and performance whenever and wherever you are. Okay, out of all the people on the team, somebody did not catch that? Okay, so setting up your account is easier than ever. Don't wait to take charge of your portfolio. Who's creating an account? Hello, come on, secured entrepreneurs. So first you're going to verify your identity. And of course, yes, that's required by KYC laws, and that's know your customer. That's the know your customer laws, okay? And then funding the account, link an external account. How many of the secured entrepreneurs know what type of account they're going to link to a platform like Yieldstreet? Raise your hand real high, comment below. What type of account are you going to link to a platform like Yieldstreet to begin your private equity investments? I'll wait. Then you're going to verify accreditation. And that helps you to unlock more opportunities. So to me, if they're asking you to verify your accreditation, then you know that you're in the $1 million range already. You're in because this is really more, some of the minimum requirements are for non-accredited investors. That they're saying here, verify accreditation, that means that you're at the $1 million mark and you are an accredited investor. Okay, that's what it looks like to Miss Aurorah. Somebody comment below. Okay, and then they have a simulator. See how a private market portfolio could work for you. Check out our portfolio simulator with some sample offerings to get an idea of how investing on Yieldstreet works. Okay, secured entrepreneurs, why not? Okay, And they've got some testimonies. Okay, I want to go to the products because we were just talking about Masterworks and how they are allowing us to get in on the art market. Okay. And we loved that platform. We loved the creator. We raved about it, right? Well, look at how Yieldstreet, they have art, they have multi-asset class funds, they have real estate, they have short-term notes, structured notes, and supply chain. This is what we will all have the opportunity to invest in. I want to go to art and I want to see, invest in art on Yieldstreet. Make your portfolio a masterpiece by investing in what you love. Now let's see if there's some major differences here. A great way to appreciate art is to invest in it. Grow your capital via fractional ownership of a diversified pool of artworks by blue chip and mid-career artists. Since 2000, art has outperformed the S&P 500, and that's Standard & Poor's, returning over 360%, according to the Art Price 100 Index, okay? Art investing on Yieldstreet stats to date. With more than 6 years of art investment experience, see how Yieldstreet art investments stack up. All right, they say 400 million plus amount funded to date. They've had 6 art offerings, and then they're saying they've got 12.2% net annualized return, okay? Why invest in art on Yieldstreet? Investment decisions utilize third-party appraisals and expertise supplemented with analysis from a proprietary database managed by Athena Art Finance, a wholly owned subsidiary of Yieldstreet that has funded over 400 million worth of fine art investments. Now that's interesting because on Masterworks, we saw that the founder, the creator, the owner of Masterworks securitized all of that art. These people are saying that the art database is managed by Athena Art Finance, a wholly owned subsidiary of Yieldstreet that has funded over 400 million worth of fine art investments. I don't know if they're doing the securitizing of the art. Okay, access. Add art to your portfolio with as little as $10,000. Okay, that's not bad. I would get all into that though. After we have seen what Masterworks is offering for private equity, as relates to investing in art in a private way like that for a minimum investment. I don't know. Diversified pool of art. Access a pool of artwork by blue chip, mid-career, and emerging artists with one investment. Simplicity. Yieldstreet takes the guesswork out of art ownership. View our offerings. Okay. Art Equity Fund, the third. Minimum investment is $15,000. Asset class art. Originator is Athena Art Finance Corp. Okay, so they're doing it differently than Masterworks. Diversified art portfolio, the second. Minimum investment, $10,000. Asset class art. Originator, Athena Art Finance Corp. All right, let's view all offers. What's going on here? This is really interesting. Select from a curated list of funds that can provide access to multiple holdings in a single investment. All right, invest in a diversified fund of artworks by globally recognized contemporary artists, including Banksy and Takashi Murakami, among others. All artists included within the fund have historically outperformed their auction sales expectations and are expected to maintain strong sales performance over the life of the fund. This is a $15,000 minimum investment. Again, the sponsor is Athena Art Finance Corp. Okay, so we all have to look up Athena Art Finance Corp. We need to see what Athena Art Finance Corp is all about. Okay. All right, here's another. They've got some single offerings. Invest in a portfolio of art-backed loans. What? Let me reread that, secured entrepreneurs. Invest in a portfolio of art-backed loans. The expected collateral will include a pool of blue chip artworks, including pieces created by John Michael Basquiat, Mark Bradford, Andy Warhol, Kerry James Marshall, Keith Haring, and KAWS. The portfolio is targeting a yield that is substantially higher than traditional fixed income assets, while also offering the potential for downside protection given its relatively conservative expected LTV. Now, this is interesting. And then the minimum investment is $10,000. Again, the originator is Athena Art Finance Corp. Okay, we need to, expected to generate regular payments to boost your portfolio's level of income generation. Expected to pay investors on a monthly basis. Yeah, well, I really like that. Let me just explain something to the secured entrepreneurs, okay? This sounds very, it's interesting, it's tempting. It's, if you have the minimum investment, which is $10,000, and you may want to try it, okay, you have to see what you would get on a monthly basis if you just invested $10,000. Okay, indirect investment in a loan secured by an asset. In this case, it's saying the asset is the blue chip artworks, including these pieces. That's what it's saying. Diversify. Indirect exposure to multiple underlying investments across different asset classes and borrower sponsors. This offering is available to Yieldstreet IRAs. What's very, very attractive, and I want all of the secured entrepreneurs. I'm like, okay. Art-backed loans, that got me, Ms. Aurorah. This is the first time that I've heard that, okay? This is the first time that I've really, I have to do some investigations, okay? I need to investigate Athena Art Finance Corp, secured entrepreneurs. Okay, what are your thoughts? Okay, the minimum is $10,000. That's easy to do. That's doable. You got the right accounts. You got the right accounts linked to Yieldstreet. $10,000. Okay, let's see what type of monthly payments I will receive. If I like the monthly payment, okay, I can invest more. I can do that. It's my portfolio. They said I get to make my own decisions, right? Okay, all right. So that's the art. Okay, let's take a look at. What I was really interested in, the short-term notes. How they're doing the short-term notes. Okay, I'm interested in that. Short-term notes have realized a net annualized return of 4.6%. Interest rates higher than most CDs. And, how many of you know that CDs are really, you may not want to go there if you're really trying to, I don't know. Let me not. You already know I can't give, financial advice or anything like that. So I just keep that to myself. Okay. Interest rates higher than most CDs, approximately 40 times the national average money market yield. Okay. They're asking you to open up an account. Every dollar counts. Park 500 or more. Okay, did y'all just hear that? Park $500 or more in short-term notes for a few months while you decide what to invest in next, helping to ensure your money is always working hard for you. So now they have the comparisons, and you know that Ms. Aurorah has done videos on Ally Bank, on Marcus, on Ally Bank and on Marcus by Goldman Sachs, okay? And they're showing you here that Ally is paying 0.20% on a 6-month CD. Marcus by Goldman Sachs is paying 0.45% on a 6-month CD, but Yieldstreet is paying 4.60% on short-term notes. Realized net annualized return as of March 31st, 2022. Secured entrepreneurs, what are your thoughts? Would you do it? Are you ready? Okay, so now look at this. Number of matured offerings, 0 to 3 months is 16. Total matured principal is $70 million. probably $70 million. That's what it looks, yes, $70 million. Total net annualized return is 3.3%. Realized net annualized return is 3.3%. All right, between 4 and 6 months, number of matured offerings is 23. Total matured principal is $157.5 million. Target net annualized return is 5.1%. Realized net annualized return is 5.2%. Okay, that's not bad. I need some people to start letting us know who is with Yieldstreet already, and so they can give us their experience. All right, let's go to structured notes. Let's see what's going on. Generate income from stocks with downside protection. How much do we love that? Invest in structured notes on Yieldstreet across investment themes, including tech, consumer, and diversified portfolios, starting at only $15,000. Okay, that's very doable. $15,000. Let's see what we're going to get. Globally, the structured notes market is approximately $3 trillion in size, with most major banks participating in their issuance, including Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, among others. Okay. All right. What are structured notes and how do they work? Here we go. Structured notes are hybrid securities that are issued as debt, but whose outcomes are tied to the performance of an underlying stock. Okay. Structured notes can be growth and or income focused. Mr. Roy is more income focused. I'm more income focused. Okay. Each individual income structured note pays a quarterly coupon. Yeah. While providing downside protection. Okay. Structured notes are one of the most innovative options to come out since the mutual fund. And I'm a big fan of mutual funds, so we're gonna have to. Okay, why invest in income structured notes on Yieldstreet? Yieldstreet is providing investors with an easy and effective way to invest in portfolios of income structured notes. All right, portfolio of notes. Yieldstreet offers a portfolio of multiple income structured notes, each referencing a single underlying stock, issued by major banks. Yieldstreet will only purchase structured notes from major investment grade banks such as Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Citi, Bank of America, Vanguard, Merrill Lynch, among others. How secure do you feel about that, secured entrepreneurs? How do you feel about that? That they're saying that they're only going to purchase these structured notes from major investment grade banks. And, there's so much trust placed in Goldman Sachs. I mean, there's so much trust placed in Goldman Sachs, and they have been performing. And then Vanguard is another one because people like to use Vanguard for insurance products, things like that. They like all of that, and that could be a very good thing. And then we've got low minimums through Yieldstreet. You can invest in a pool of income notes with as little as $15,000. Typically, you need $250,000 to purchase structured notes directly from their issuers. Okay, that's true. Now, what I want to say to the secured entrepreneurs is all of these platforms that are now creating ways for, I'm going to say, the average income earners, because remember, a majority of people who utilize these wealth modalities, these methods, these strategies, these techniques are accredited, right? So now here we go. We looked at Masterworks, we're looking at Yieldstreet, and they're giving us the opportunity to get in on the good stuff for literally next to nothing in comparison to those who would be accredited. Okay. I'm excited about it. And and here's another platform that I'm going to give a try. Okay. I'm going to investigate that what did I say? That Art Corp thing. Okay. But I like this transparent selection process designed to ensure that the underlying stocks have technical and fundamental characteristics which are expected to minimize the likelihood of significant price decline. Short durations. Investments typically range from 9 to 36 months. Okay, we love that. Yieldstreet will reinvest called notes according to the reinvestment criteria. This reduces friction and ensures that your capital stays at work. Yes. Okay, I like that. Let's take a look at the real estate, because most of the secured entrepreneurs are really interested in the real estate. Grow your wealth with unique access to real estate investing. Whether you're looking for diversified exposure or direct access to private real estate opportunities, we have offerings for you. Private real estate has outperformed the average annualized S&P 500 return for the last 25 years. With average annualized returns of 10.3% and 9.6% respectively, residential and diversified real estate investments are average returns of 10.3%. Here we go with the disclaimer. According to the National Council of Real Estate Investment Fiduciaries as of Q1 2021. Any way you want it, all in one place, from apartments in Atlanta to warehouses in Arizona and everything in between. Grow your wealth and boost your income with our frictionless platform that offers you real estate every way you want it. Okay, so here we go. They got some of their offerings. Single family rental diversified fund, minimum investment $15,000. Asset class real estate originator, Avenue One Holdings LP. Columbus Industrial Complex equity, minimum investment $10,000. I mean, secured entrepreneurs, I want y'all to comment below, and you're going to give Yieldstreet a try. Like, seriously, I'm just thinking about how many people are so caught up in this whole tax game and they can't wait for their income tax return. They got a house full of people, and together they come up with this $10,000. And why not make an investment? You know, all the things that they're doing with that. And then, I mean, people come into some money just on a fluke, okay? And now we've got platforms like Yieldstreet and Masterworks. And I would say Yieldstreet is a little bit more attractive as it relates to their products, because it's not just art. Like Masterworks is just art, and that's the long-term game. That's the long game. You got to wait. You got to put it in there and wait. Whereas Yieldstreet is offering us products that will cause us to have monthly income, that is creating monthly income. Okay. And they've got products that is creating quarterly income. So I'm like, I'm kind of, I'm trying them both. Okay. Okay. This is, you know, and I would say, if you have more than the 10K, if you have more than the 15K, you know, try it after you try the minimum, just to see, you know, as a newbie, how they work with people, what their customer service is like, you know, because we know, I haven't seen the fees yet now. I haven't seen the fees. I've been all over the website now. I'm like, okay, when are they going to start telling us about the fees? Because you know that's coming. And that's why you have to do your due diligence. You need to know. And we already discussed that 20% for the management is the going rate, 20%. So we need to see what's going on with Yieldstreet. All right. And then they got this Atlanta multifamily equity one, minimum investment of $15,000. And this is so hilarious. The originator is Frankfurter Group. Doesn't that look like Frankfurter Group? Okay. So, oh my God. Real estate investing on Yieldstreet by the numbers. Goodbye guesswork. Hello, seamless real estate investing. 600 million plus raised to date. 100 plus offerings. 9.96% net annualized return. Okay. Why invest in real estate on Yieldstreet? All real estate opportunities undergo a stringent multi-step vetting process designed to comprehensively review them from various risk lenses. This vetting process ensures a resilient investment structure that seeks to minimize surprise. So they got accessible minimums. Access private real estate investment with a fraction of the capital traditionally required. So we see that is true. Diversified offerings, multiple property types, multiple markets via direct fund, and how much y'all know Miss Aurorah loves her some real estate investment trust. Hello. So they're telling you they've got real estate investment trust investments. Okay. Less friction. Yieldstreet takes the guesswork out of real estate investment and drastically reduces the barriers to entry. Okay. Okay, secured entrepreneurs. I would like for everyone to take a look at this website, Yieldstreet.com, okay? Go through all of their products, okay? Go through the account setup, all right? Speak with the representative, find out what the fees are, find out what's going on, because we already talked about how, they got to verify your identification. You have to link your bank account. We already know what type of bank account we're going to be using to make these type of investments. Secured entrepreneurs don't play. If you don't know, go down the links below, click on the link, get on Miss Aurorah's calendar, and let's work it out. Okay, verify your accreditation. What is this? We got to pop up here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so there you have it. To verify your accreditation is for accredited investors only. So you don't have to do that if you know that you are an accredited investor. Okay,
there you have it. That is Yieldstreet, secured entrepreneurs who's going for it, who's going to make it happen. Look at the investments, $10,000, $15,000. It's doable. Get brave, people. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity. Let's make it happen. I'm going to put the video for the Masterworks up here for those of you who did not see the Masterworks video. And we just saw in our review that Yieldstreet is doing it a little bit different. They're doing their art a little bit different, it appears, than the way Masterworks is doing it. We really like Masterworks, okay? So let's see about Yieldstreet. Okay, you all know that you can find me, Miss Aurorah, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. And until next time, ta-ta.